Don't listen to young self-improvement YouTubers, and if you do, be wary, as knowing why someone does something is the reason you're able to relate to them and feel something. Someone trying to stop others from making the same mistakes as they did will be speaking from the heart, preaching the most important things in life, caring about the content they make and the people who watch it. And this kind of person would resonate with you because they make you feel. Because their end goal is to help people make a better life for themselves and to become the best versions of themselves too. These channels have a very powerful effect on you by influencing you to do the righteous thing in life, which then leads you on to have a fulfilled life. Contrast that with someone who is merely trying to get fame and money. They would speak with very little emotion, say the bare minimum, while not caring about the content that they make or the people who watch it. And these kind of people would only resonate with you because you'd be shocked at how much they don't care, because their end goal is only fame and money. These channels will leave you in the same place than you were before you watched them. When you're desperate to make a change in your life, but everything that they're saying just doesn't resonate and doesn't touch you at your core, and you question why nothing has changed and why you keep suffering. And who wouldn't have enough life experience to stop others from making the same mistakes as they did and instead be chasing fame and money? Young men who have lived an easy life. So filter out through the bullshit, surface level self-improvement channels and give your time and attention to the men who are helping fellow young men build a better life around them and become the best versions of themselves. Young men haven't lived through enough to teach others. A motivational story is only motivational because you hear that the person was at the bottom of the bottoms, but they made their way out of it. The Rock story wouldn't be nearly as powerful or motivating if his family didn't fall into poverty when he was 15. If his story was that he became a wrestler and a famous actor, all while his family was financially supporting his dreams, no one would bat an eye at him. He wouldn't have the same drive to become successful, and so he probably wouldn't have been famous in the first place. And given that example, people would probably envy him for his success. My point being that young self-improvement YouTubers who try to give life advice when they are as young as 16 years old would not be able to touch viewers at their core or be able to relate to them. Because life for most 16-year-olds is very easy, and even some men that are as old as 27 have it easy too. You should take everything that you learn in life with a grain of salt, and amplifying this with young self-improvement YouTubers, since what they say wouldn't hold much weight compared to an older man who has lived through life and you can feel the pain behind his words that he speaks. A perfect example of this would be Richard Cooper. He has lived through it. He got divorced a few years ago, which involved kids. And now he's teaching men the red pill, so that they understand what women and life is really like, so that they don't have to go through the same things as he did. Of course, this is very virtuous and respectful. This is vastly different to a man teaching red pill, who has only learned red pill so that he can manipulate women into having casual sex with him. So it makes much more sense to be taught about life and the things in it by someone who has lived through it, made mistakes, and wants to teach others so that they can become better than him. The reason why a YouTuber makes his content makes a world of a difference. As someone who's only making videos because they have taken an opportunity to blow up their channel and make money fast, will not care about his content nor the people that he is teaching. Life XP would be an example of this. He had actually privatized and not deleted all of his videos at one point. I have questioned his intent with making YouTube videos before, and I think I would be right in saying that he was too embarrassed to have them up any longer. He might have been teased about having made YouTube videos in school, and so out of embarrassment he privatized them, and recently deleted what seems like all of his self-improvement videos, and left 2 muscle building videos that I probably felt less embarrassed to keep up. And I'm sure you can see why taking life advice for someone who takes action like this would lead you down the wrong path or with the wrong mentality. But this doesn't discredit them fully. Young self-improvement YouTubers are still leading you down the right path, even if it's for the wrong intent or for no intent. I can compare them to an article that you could read about journaling, cold showers, meditation, fasting, or anything self-improvement related. Yes, what the article's saying is true, and applying all the principles that you read would improve your life greatly, but you don't know how much it has changed someone else's life for the better, or how bad their life was before they started doing that. And the same can be said with young self-improvement YouTubers. They lack the depth that would make their message incredibly powerful. And I know that there will be criticism, with people saying that I am also too young to give life advice, which is a very fair critique, but to each their own. I may have a profound effect on someone with something I say, but no effect on someone else with the exact same thing I said. And I'm sure that there are plenty of young men who have lived through life and are able to teach others that are much older than them where they went wrong and what they can do to get it right. What I'm saying is a generalization, because exceptions don't disprove the rule.